Welcome to my Halloween reptile room tour. Now, a lot of people ask me to do this and I never really know what to do on a room tour because I feel like you guys see the enclosures all the time. So I figured I'll give you all a quick update on each animal, and each animal is assigned a country because I have 6 geckos to show and I'm looking at the top 6 countries that watch my videos the most according to my statistics. So first of all, we're going to start off with Isla. Now, as you can see, she absolutely loves her Guzmania bromeliad. She literally spends most of her time on it, and she likes to sleep up in the actual plant area and inside the leaves and even drink from the little crown where they collect all the water. So she really loves that and I would really recommend it. One plant I would not recommend is the fern because it's a bit too delicate for all the trampling that Isla does all over it, and it's kind of dying. And I did buy some new plants to replace that, but I didn't have Eco Earth or planters in time for this video, so that'll have to be a future video. But yeah. As for her age, she is over a year and a half. She'll be 2 in February. She is about 29 grams the last time I weighed her, which is a good weight for her because she looks nice and chunky. And I don't know what morph she is because I got her from a pet shop and they literally did not even say she was any type of morph. I don't know if they even knew there were different types of morph when it came to Crested Geckos, but yeah, that's what you get when you buy from a pet shop. And she's representing the United States of America. Next we're going to Gizmo. Come here, Giz! And she is my eldest gecko. She has turned 9 this year. Come here! So a lot of people ask me like why they're so tame and stuff, but this is 9 years of work, so you can understand. Don't be put off if you've just got a gecko and they're not doing that. That's totally fine. She is a high yellow and jungle, that's her morph. She's had quite a rough year. She started off at 60 grams, which was fantastic for her. And then we entered spring and she decided she wanted to make some eggs, even though she's never been even near a male before. And as you probably know, because it's well documented, she got down to being in her 40s in terms of grams, and she was horrendously underweight. She would not eat, and I just knew it's because she was ovulating. She finally popped out those 2 eggs, and since then she has been gaining weight, and I'm happy to tell you that she is now 59 grams. So it was really annoying because it's just 1 gram off her original weight. So back in February she was 60 grams, and if we look at this little chart of her weight that I've made, you can see it's finally getting back to normal. I'm just hoping she does not repeat this next spring because that would be a pain. In terms of countries I'm popular with, number 2 goes to the UK, so that's who Gizmo is representing. Now, a quick thing I want to say about her tank is I was going to clean up all my geckos' tanks before this room tour, but then I figured it would be more real if I show you guys what it's like before I clean it each night. Like, I usually give them fresh water, clean out their poop, so I thought, you know, keeping it real. So if you see anything like that and you're like, oh my god, that's so disgusting, that's just because I'm keeping it real with you. The next gecko we're looking at is Diego, and he represents Canada. He is my only male gecko that I own. He is by far the biggest. He weighs 95 grams last time I checked, and apparently he is albino. That's all I got from the shop. Once again, got him from a pet shop. They didn't really know his morph. It doesn't really bother me. People ask me what's my favourite morph. To be honest, I could probably only name 5. That's not something I know too much about. I can't really identify different morphs very much. And it isn't something that really interests me unless I was like breeding geckos, if you get what I mean. But yes, he is certainly, he seems to be the nation's sweetheart. Everyone seems to love him, but then it makes me feel bad for the other geckos because they're also awesome. So now we're going to see Ziggy, and she is my heaviest female, which you'd be surprised because she's quite a slender looking gecko. She doesn't look particularly big. She actually weighs 67 grams. I don't know where she puts it. It must be all muscle. Where are you going, Zig? Now most people might think she's a boy due to her name. She's actually named after Ziggy Marley. I was watching the Marley documentary at the time and it was really good, and I was trying to choose her name because I thought she was a girl, then I thought she was a boy, so I called her Ziggy. Turns out she's a girl. So that's how that came around. She is also a raptor. That means ruby eyes, albino, patternless, tangerine, and orange, I believe. And I've had her since she was 3 weeks old. She was so tiny. She is representing the country Australia, and I have heard that apparently you're not allowed leopard geckos in Australia. You're only allowed indigenous lizards, which, to be fair, you have some pretty cool indigenous lizards. Like over here we have, like, I don't know, like a common lizard? Is that what it's called? I don't know. I've never seen it, sadly. I saw a bat the other day. That was pretty thrilling. But yeah, I now want to list my favourite Australians. So we have Steve Irwin, Chris Lilly, and the cast of Neighbours. So, yeah. Oh, and Bondi Vet. I'm trying to think of all my favourite Australians. I watch a lot of Australian TV. But yeah, thank you Australia for watching me. Now we have Minnie, who is representing Germany. I didn't even know people would watch me in Germany. Thanks for that. So she is Gizmo's sister, so she's also a high yellow in jungle. She is 8 years old. I forgot to say, Diego's 4, Ziggy is 3, Minnie is 8. And yeah, she's Gizmo's sister. And she is the smallest out of all my leopard geckos in terms of weight, but not by very much, because I just weighed her and she's 56 grams, which is a pretty good weight. I always assume that she's so much smaller than she is. I think it's because of her name, but anyway. We've had a bit of a struggle over the years because she was born with this dodgy eye, which you all probably know about already. And it just means I have to take a little bit more time to feed her, make sure she gets her food. But other than that, you know, it shows when her weight is 56 that she is doing a very good job. So finally we're going to end this with my other Crested Gecko, who does not have a name yet, because even though I've had her just over a month, I am very indecisive, and my main focus has been to get her to gain weight, because if you remember, I first got her from someone who was going to uni. They could no longer look after her. So I got her and she was 17 grams. She was so tiny, it's unbelievable. And I'm happy to say since then I've got her up to 22 grams. However, this is pre-recorded on the Tuesday. I weigh her every Friday and this video is going up on the Saturday. So if you check my Instagram, I've probably posted a picture of her more up-to-date weight. Hopefully she'll be heavier than 22 grams. But yeah, I'm very proud of her progress. I think she's doing really well. She is a Harlequin pinstripe, and when she fires up she looks absolutely amazing, and I believe she's in the process of it. She's starting to look a lot darker. She looks pretty cool. Anyway, she is representing the Philippines. Thank you so much for watching. I did not even know. Actually, I think I did know a few people from the Philippines were watching. I think you've messaged me before. Yeah, I really appreciate that, so thanks for that. So I hope you've enjoyed this Halloween reptile room tour and enjoyed my geckos decorations and everything. This will probably be the last Halloween video I do, just because next weekend will be Halloween, so I hope you all have a good time there. Some people are wondering probably why I'm so obsessed with Halloween at the moment, and I think it's because up until I was about 16 we never did anything for Halloween. Like, my parents are like, it's just an American thing, it's all about buying stuff. Like, I have never been trick-or-treating. Okay, I know, I can feel that tear running down your face for me. It's emotional. Never been trick-or-treating, and now I'm probably too old to do so, although I'm short, so I could probably pass as a child, possibly. But, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you do watch from a different country that hasn't been listed today, let me know in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching.